Female CEO took a bite of the mooncake that her assistant bought. To her surprise, she tasted the flavor of her mother's homemade mooncakes from her childhood. Looking at the familiar pattern on the mooncake, she suspected that the woman selling it might be her mother, who had been missing for 20 years. 20 years ago, her mother supported her son and daughter by selling mooncakes. The daughter, being sensible, helped her mother attract customers, hoping to help her sell more mooncakes. But whenever a customer saw the scars on her mother's hands, they would refuse to buy the mooncakes. The son felt ashamed of his mother's scars and ran away. The sister knew that her mother's scars were from saving her brother, so she persuaded her brother to go back and apologize to their mother. Enraged, the brother pushed his sister into the street. Then he go back to your mother as if nothing had happened. He didn't tell his mom about his sister's accident for fear of being blamed. It wasn't until their mother went looking for her daughter that she found her daughter's shoes and toy doll on the ground. What she didn't know was that her daughter had been taken to the hospital by a wealthy couple. 20 years later, the little girl from back then had inherited the family business and become a billionaire CEO. But she still spared no effort in searching for her mother, who had been missing for 20 years. However, her mother seemed to have disappeared without a trace. It wasn't until the CEO ate the mooncake bought by her assistant that she realized her mother had always been nearby. The assistant told her that the woman selling mooncakes was at the market near their office. She immediately asked the assistant to take her to find the woman selling mooncakes. But when she arrived, the woman had already left, riding her tricycle to deliver mooncakes to her son. When the mother arrived at her son's company, she was despised by the security guard for her shabby appearance. This scene was witnessed by her son, who rushed over to help his mother up. Yet, he still couldn't change his disdain for her humble lifestyle and knocked the mooncakes she had made to the ground. He didn't want his colleagues to know that his mother sold mooncakes for a living. The mother didn't argue with him. She simply picked up the mooncakes, knowing how much effort went into making them. She thought about her son's need for money to buy a house and, though she couldn't help much, sold their old home and added the $500,000 she had saved from selling mooncakes to give to her son. But the son wasn't grateful, telling her that even if he got married, he wouldn't live under the same roof as her. The mother didn't take it to heart, saying that if necessary, she could rent a place to live. She then rode her tricycle away. As she was walking to the intersection, she accidentally tumbled to the ground. The CEO happened to be passing by and immediately got out of his car to check it out. And when the woman saw the CEO, she immediately thought of her long-lost daughter. However, when the CEO saw the scars on the woman's hands, she didn't say anything, instead praising the woman's hands as the most beautiful hands she had ever seen. The daughter helped her mother back onto her tricycle. Before leaving, the woman gave the CEO some mooncakes, reminding her to eat them since it was the Mid-Autumn Festival. The CEO, still thinking about the woman's business, asked if she could deliver some mooncakes to the company's reunion banquet that evening. Seeing a business opportunity, the woman readily agreed. After the woman left, the CEO, wanting to be sure, had her assistant investigate the woman's background. It was finally confirmed that the woman was indeed her long-lost mother. Upon learning that her brother worked at the same company, the CEO immediately promoted him to company director and prepared to reunite with her mother at the banquet. But when the mother came to deliver the mooncakes, she was looked down upon by everyone. Not only did the son urge her to leave quickly, but his wife also mocked her for her poverty and said she shouldn't even be there. She even demanded that the mother kneel and apologize publicly. The son, worried that people would find out he had a poor mother, allowed his wife to bully her.